red line which I draw here, okay, the red line which I draw here, that is your superficial cervical fascia. Okay, that is your which fascia? Superficial cervical fascia. Now, अब आ जाओ सही काम पे. Deep cervical fascia. What is deep cervical fascia? Deep cervical fascia, it has further layers. अब हमने सारी layers को cover करना है. What are the layers? Number one is investing fascia. Investing fascia. Number two is pretracheal fascia. Pretracheal fascia. Okay. Number three is prevertebral fascia. Prevertebral fascia. And number four is carotid sheet, जो मैंने आपको पहले बताई थी, carotid sheet. Okay, but carotid sheet, it is formed by these three layers of deep cervical fascia. Okay, but you can add it here also, carotid sheet also. Okay, now see here everyone. Now first of all, we must have to know what is investing fascia. Now investing fascia is covering two muscles. What are the two muscles? Sternocleidomastoid muscle, trapezius muscle. So it is covering two muscles. So if anyone is going to ask you what is investing fascia, you are going to say that, sir, investing fascia, it is covering the two muscles of the neck region, and the name of the two muscles are sternocleidomastoid muscle and trapezius muscle. Both are innervated by 11th cranial nerve. Both are innervated by which nerve? 11th cranial nerve, that is your accessory nerve. Okay, so see here everyone. Now if I want to draw here the investing fascia, I will draw the investing fascia like this. So this is my investing fascia. Now my drawing is not very good, but इसको बर्दाश्त कर लो किसी तरह बस. देख रहे हो कितनी खूबसूरत डायग्राम है. अली सर की डायग्राम वेरी गुड. मुझे तो आर्टिस्ट होना चाहिए था. देख रहे हो. So this green one is which fascia? Investing fascia. इसमें हमने बड़ा इन्वेस्ट किया है. Investing fascia. So this is our investing fascia. And this investing fascia, it is covering here a muscle. What is the name of this muscle? Sternocleidomastoid muscle. It is covering here a muscle. What is the name of this muscle? Trapezius muscle. Okay. So see here, now it is easy for you to understand. Sternocleidomastoid muscle, trapezius muscle, it is covered by which fascia? Investing fascia. And this investing fascia, it is a layer of which fascia? Deep cervical fascia. Clear now everyone? Okay. Now see here. Here you have your, okay, I will draw here. This is your trachea. Okay, this is which structure? Trachea. I just write T, trachea. Okay. Here you have another structure, esophagus. That is your esophagus now. Trachea, esophagus. Here you have your gland. This one. This is your thyroid gland. This is your which gland? Thyroid gland. Okay. Now see here. Very important thing now. A fascia is covering all these structures anterolaterally. And this fascia which I draw here, in the blue color, that is known as pretracheal fascia. That is known as which fascia? Pretracheal fascia. So the fascia which is covering the, you can say, anterolaterally, the trachea, the pharynx, the esophagus. Okay, so this is your pretracheal fascia. But when this pretracheal fascia, it is going behind the pharynx, behind the pharynx. ये esophagus नहीं लिखोगे, you can write it as the pharynx because pharynx is connecting your both tubes, trachea and esophagus. Okay, so behind the pharynx, when it is going backward, see here everyone, this is also a pretracheal fascia, but I change the color, and this posterior, or you can say this posterior modification of pretracheal fascia, it is known as buccopharyngeal fascia. It is known as which fascia? Buccopharyngeal fascia. Okay, so buccopharyngeal fascia कहीं ऊपर से नहीं आया. It is a posterior, you can say, modification of pretracheal fascia. But when it is passing behind the pharynx, okay, so it is passing behind the pharynx, we just changed the name of pretracheal fascia and we called it as buccopharyngeal fascia. Clear? It is clear. Okay. Now see here everyone. Please see here the diagram. Very important points. Okay. Now here in the center we have vertebras. You remember vertebras? Vertebras. Okay. Around the vertebras you have muscles. So here if fascia is present. So the fascia now which I am drawing in the red color, this is known as prevertebral fascia. Okay, so it is covering the muscles around the vertebra. That's why it is known as prevertebral fascia. Okay, it is known as which fascia? Prevertebral fascia. Okay, this is your prevertebral fascia. And here you can draw here the two muscles. See here everyone. This is your scalenus anterior muscle. Scalenus anterior muscle. This is your scalenus medial muscle. Okay. And in between these two muscles, what is present? See here. This yellow structure is present. And what is the name of this structure? This is your brachial plexus. Brachial plexus. So this is your brachial plexus. Okay, this is your which plexus? Brachial plexus. See here, another nerve is present here in the prevertebral fascia here. And this is your which nerve? Phrenic nerve. This is your phrenic nerve now. Okay, so this is your prevertebral fascia. But please remember this prevertebral fascia, this one, please see the diagram. This prevertebral fascia, it is going downwards and now it is forming your axillary fascia in the axilla. Okay, it is forming which fascia? Axillary fascia. And axillary fascia is covering, axillary fascia is covering which structures? Very important. It is covering your axillary artery. It is covering your brachial plexus. But this axillary fascia or this axillary sheet, it is not covering your axillary vein. Axillary vein is outside the your axillary sheet. Okay. Okay, it is clear to everyone. So prevertebral fascia, what you must have to remember. It is the fascia which is covering the muscles around the vertebrae of the neck region. It is entering into the axilla, and when it is entering into the axilla, it is forming your axillary sheet. And axillary sheet or axillary fascia, it is covering your brachial plexus, it is covering your axillary artery, but axillary vein is not present in your axillary sheet or axillary fascia. It is clear to all of you. Clear to all of you. Now see the diagram. Again see the diagram. Please see the diagram once again. This is your which fascia? Red one. Prevertebral fascia, right? This is your which fascia? Prevertebral fascia. This prevertebral fascia have a layer also here. And that layer is known as alar fascia. बहुत आला है ये. Alar fascia. Okay, that is your which fascia? Alar fascia. Now see here. First of all, see the diagram. Then you can write. I will explain it once again. I want you to see the diagram. See here. This is your which fascia which I am drawing in the green color. This is your alar fascia. Alar fascia, it is the anterior layer, or you can say anterior part of your prevertebral fascia. Now this fascia, see here, this is your which fascia? Dark color. Buccopharyngeal fascia. This is your which fascia? Alar fascia. This space, this space is known as retropharyngeal space. ओके जहां पे मैंने RPS लिखा है, दिस इज योर retropharyngeal space. Okay, which is present between the alar fascia and buccopharyngeal fascia. This space between the proper vertebral fascia, see here everyone, this space between the proper vertebral fascia and the alar fascia, this is known as danger space. Danger space. Okay, this is your which space? Danger space. And from this danger space, it is very danger. Why? Because from this danger space, what is going to happen? Pus can move into the mediastinum. Pus can move into which stenium? Mediastinum now. So this is your three fascias: investing fascias, pretracheal fascias, and prevertebral fascia. Now see here, everyone. All these three fascias are forming your this fascia, which I draw in the black color. And that is which fascia? That is your carotid sheet. So this is your carotid sheet now. So carotid sheet is, see here everyone, carotid sheet anteriorly it is contributed by pretracheal fascia, posteriorly it is contributed by prevertebral fascia, laterally it is contributed by investing fascia. So all these three fascias are contributing your which sheet? Carotid sheet. And you already know what is present in the carotid sheet. Carotid artery, internal jugular vein, and which cranial nerve? Vagus nerve. Okay. So in the carotid sheet, what is present? Carotid, common carotid artery, internal jugular vein, and your vagus nerve. It is clear. Clear to all of you. Now see here everyone. Please see here everyone. Anteriorly, you have one structure, and posterior to the carotid you have one structure. See here, please see the diagram. Anteriorly you have one structure, posteriorly you have one structure. This is your ansa cervicalis. So in the anterior sheet of the carrot or in the anterior part of the carotid sheet, ansa cervicalis is present. In the posterior part of the carotid sheet or posteriorly, what is present? Sympathetic trunk is present. What is present? Sympathetic trunk is present. Okay. So all these are your MCQs. Okay. So see here, if I remove all this diagram, ये ड्रॉ कर लिए मेरे साथ सबने. See here, if I make only the carotid sheet, for example, this is our carotid sheet now. Carotid sheet is present in which triangle? Carotid triangle. What is present in the carotid sheet? Carotid artery, internal jugular vein, 10th cranial nerve. Now see here, anteriorly ansa cervicalis is present. This is your ansa cervicalis, which is a part of your cervical plexus, ansa cervicalis, ansa cervicalis. And posteriorly, what is present? Sympathetic trunk is present. Sympathetic trunk is present. Okay. So these are very, very important points which you must have to remember. It is clear to all of you. It is clear? Yes or no? कुछ तो बोल दो.